John Wick. John Wick. John Wick. John Wick. John Wick. Mr. Wick. John Wick.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Dave's Reviews. I know I haven't been around here on YouTube for quite a while, so it's good to be back, and you can look forward to more reviews coming your way very shortly. But today, I am pleased to review John Wick, Chapter 2. Now, I don't know if you saw the last John Wick or the first John Wick movie, but you can pretty much, if you did, you could pretty much have an idea of where John Wick 2, Chapter 2, excuse me, I don't know why they call it Chapter 2, because it is the least literary movie I think that's ever been made. But, like I said, if you saw John Wick number 1, Chapter 1, then you have a really good idea of what to expect in John Wick Chapter 2. However, on a much grander scale, let's put it that way. John Wick Chapter 2 is directed by Chad Stahelski. I guess you pronounce his name, Stahelski. He directed Chapter 1, and he returned to direct Chapter 2. He does a fine enough job directing. The movie, it stars Keanu Reeves, Ricardo Scamarcio, Ian McShay, who's awesome in just about everything, Common, Ruby Rose, Lawrence Fishburne. The story of this movie, John Wick, who is he's planning on hanging up his assassin shoes, whatever, and so he's set to retire from the life with his little dog that he got at the end of John Wick Chapter 1, when he's visited by Ricardo Scamarcio's character. He plays an Italian guy, and he has a debt. John Wick owes this guy a debt, and he wants to, cash in his request to have John Wick assassinate his sister, who's on the council of something or another, I don't know. But he wants to take her place, he wants her dead. So John Wick says, I'm not going to do it, forget you, I'm out of the life. And Ricardo Scamarcio's character doesn't take no for an answer, so he blows up John Wick's home. So it's only John Wick and his little dog, and so they go to the whatever hotel it is that they go to that's supposed to be neutral ground for all the killers in the world. It's run by Ian McShay. Like I said, he's really fantastic. A very little part in the movie, but he's really good. Needless to say, Keanu Reeves goes and does his job, only to find out that Ricardo Scamarcio's character really, he wanted his sister dead, but he was going to clean up the mess by having John Wick killed. And so that's how the story progresses. John Wick is faced with gunfire at every corner, every guy with a gun that's coming to shoot John Wick is apparently an extra from the old A-Team television series because they couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. John Wick standing right, 5 feet away from the guy with the gun, and the guy can't hit John Wick. And yeah, I know the John Wick, he's wearing a suit that supposedly has this innovative armor inside, but the guy's head is right there. You could shoot him right in the head and be done. But, then again, you wouldn't have a movie. So that's what it is. It's an hour and I don't know how long of pretty much people saying John Wick and gunfire, except for Ruby Rose. She's mute and her character is very annoying. You know, Common was actually pretty good in the movie. For a man who really hasn't acted that much, he really outacted Keanu Reeves. Not that that's hard, but yeah, they should have made Common John Wick. That would have been probably better, because Keanu Reeves' acting is, oh man, I mean, the guy's acted for 150 years, and whew, he's not one to, you know, he's not one to progress. Let's put it that way. He should have quit with Bill and Ted. But what John Wick 2 may not be the greatest movie in the world, but it could possibly be the greatest drinking movie in the world. You see, if you have a shot every time somebody says John Wick or Mr. Wick, well, you'd be drunk in 15 minutes in this movie. I mean, for a movie that's supposed to be about John Wick, he's supposed to be this ghost who nobody can, find. Everybody knows him. He's walking down the street. I mean, I don't know if you remember that old episode of Seinfeld where Kramer's strutting down the, street in the pimp outfit and the pimp hat, and everybody's calling his name, and he's pointing this way and pointing that way. That's John Wick. He's the ghost that everybody knows. John Wick, Mr. Wick, John Wick. Nice to see you, Mr. Wick. Oh, how you been, John Wick? But then again, like I said, you're there for one reason and one reason only, and it's action. And John Wick 2, Chapter 2, does deliver a lot of action. A lot of gunfire, a lot of stunts. Yeah. And I guess it was so successful that they're doing a Chapter 3 in production now. So we have even more gunfire, more action, and more people saying John Wick headed our way. But as far as this movie goes, I give John Wick Chapter 2, let's do 2.5 out of 5 stars. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Yeah. And like I said, people who really love gunfire will love this movie. People who really love dialogue will hate this movie. So there you go. John Wick Chapter 2. 2.5 out of 5 stars. So that's what I have for you today. Thank you for spending time with me. If you like my review, please click the thumbs up down below. If you're new here, please subscribe. I appreciate it. And so that's it. I'll see you next time with another review. Bye.